I'm going to extend the hike a little bit. I'm going to go to the next town. Normally I would just stop at Sihlberg, and I really like it. So, you know, take a spin around. You can see just this beautiful building across the bridge. And again, this is bike route 94. It's also the hiking route, and it's part of the wilderness park. This wilderness park keeps going, and it kind of dead ends. I'm trying to think if it, I'm looking here. There is also a wilderness zoo. Is not the Zurich Zoo, but it's a wilderness park. It's part of Zurich, and I thought it was attached to this wilderness park, but there may be a couple of towns in between them. But this path and the Sihl itself go down to this other kind of wild animal preserve, and I haven't been there, but I'll try to get there soon. Again, the signs are super easy to read. This is hiking path 84. I should have mentioned that earlier. 84 is kind of all over the place, which is why I didn't really mention it, and I wasn't on it for very long. But this is part of the hiking path that goes along the Sihl here. So I'm going to stay along the river and get to the next town, which is Longnau. It's that town up there. That'll be about 45 more minutes according to the sign. Also wanted to point out this fountain, and these fountains, by the way, this is good drinking water. So I fill up when I see them, and I love, sorry for the camera angle, but I love tasting the different waters, because these are all sourced obviously from streams and from mountain lakes, and you can taste the difference. And I like to do that in the States. I like to do that here as well. I don't know, there's just something about being able to taste the different nutrients and the flavors of the local water. So don't be afraid to fill up. The fountains in the cities are for the drinking. It's all good and messy. All right, I'm off. That is definitely minerally. I'm mixing it with the tap water, which is, by the way, the best tap water around. I come from Chicago, and our water is out of Lake Michigan, and it is just awesome. Really, some of the best water in the country coming out of Lake Michigan, filtered, and it's just good tasting. And so I've grown up really knowing the difference between good tap water and bad tap water, because some of the far western suburbs are well water, like most of the country. Not the same. Pretty much all the water here in Switzerland is just excellent, tap or otherwise, tap or fountain. So really very great water source. And you would imagine, with all the mountains, and obviously this starts with glaciers up top and snow melt, that's going to be pretty good. And I guess I'll leave for the final piece here with, I've been walking around along these power lines, which of course are going to be along the valley. That's an easy place to put them. But electricity is one of the natural resources that pretty easy to generate here in Switzerland because of all the hydro. And what a great carbon footprint. It's hydro. Doesn't get much better than that in terms of electricity generation. It's still kind of expensive, but there's some unique gravity generation and current generation concepts that are employed here. There are some nuclear plants on the northern and western borders as you get closer to France and a little bit into Germany. But when you're down in the mountains, down south, when I say down, when you're in the mountains, it's all hydro, and there's a lot of it, and that's why the trains are all electric and quiet. Whew, I love quiet trains. They're so much better than loud trains. Anyway, I'll see you tomorrow.